and good evening. Welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shanté R. Roddy, if you don't already know me. It is late in the evening. We have bad weather here. But I did want to come back on since the electricity is back on to give you a stimulus update. This is not just any stimulus update. This is Get Your Money stimulus update. Today is August the 28th, 2020. And so I'm here to give you some updated news to let you know, as entrepreneurs, small business owners, what's happening that is affecting you so that you can get your money. Okay. And so what I wanted to let you know is regarding, this is the second stimulus package update. So if you don't already know, negotiations for the stimulus package have been halted. Which is unfortunate. But in the interim, some things have been happening. So yesterday, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, met with the Trump administration, maybe for about a half hour, to restart some discussions, some negotiations. Not much. What I've heard is that there's been a little bit of progress, but not a significant amount of progress. What you should know is that, unfortunately, there's a difference between the House and the Senate, or the Democrats and the Republicans, and how much they want to give to the American people. And there doesn't seem to be any pull to the middle to get this package done, approved, and on Trump's desk. So it is what it is. My understanding is that the Senate will be back in session on September the 8th. Again, we as small business owners, entrepreneurs, still need a financial lifeline. It's like, what are we supposed to do? So I want to let you know, in the interim, while we're still waiting on Congress to get it together and pass the next relief package for us, there have been some things that have been going on to give some relief. So I want to also discuss some of the misinformation that might be out there so that you know what's going on. As always, do drop your comments, drop your questions. I always circle back. Do hit the like button, do subscribe, and do share this broadcast in our channel, because sharing is caring. There are millions of entrepreneurs and business owners who need access to this information. They just don't know where to find it. And so we're here to help all of us stay in business. Okay. So that's really that with the stimulus. That's why I said I wish I could give you a great update and tell you that the Senate, approved a package and more money is on the way. But unfortunately, I can't give you that news at this time. What the Senate has been proposing is a smaller bill, which is a $500 billion bill. And they're in disagreement on that as well, because the Senate wants to pass a smaller package. The House, with their HEROES Act, wants a more substantial package for the American people. So we'll see what happens with that. In the interim, President Trump signed an executive order a few weeks back and provided some, what you may consider some relief. Okay. And so it doesn't solve all of the problems, but I want you to know where we're at regarding what he signed in the executive order and what it means for you. So some good news is that he signed an executive order to provide some additional jobless benefits. Those are the extra unemployment benefits that some of you were getting on unemployment, that extra $600 a week that expired on July 30th. He signed an executive order that would allow FEMA to provide an additional $300 a week. Now, 30 states are on board. Okay, 30 states have been approved, are on board in the pipeline to get what they call a FEMA grant. Okay, and I know they just announced Ohio, so I see some of my Ohio people out there. Hi, shout out Ohio. They were just approved, so we're in line to get that additional $300. Again, it's not the $600. They need to just go ahead and pass the package and give us $600. But in the meantime, you will, for a lot of you out there, will get the extra $300, which will be retroactive back to August the 1st. Okay. Now, we don't know how long these benefits is going to last because, if I'm not mistaken, it's only $40 billion. That's $40 billion of jobless benefits for the millions of people that are on unemployment. The other thing to note is that to even get this extra $300, you have to already be getting $100 on unemployment. Okay. So when he signed the executive order, there's some things in there you might not have known. So if you receive less than $100 in unemployment, you would not qualify for the $300. And also, the state system has to be set up to be able to accept and then distribute, because it's not being handled the same way as the other benefits that was handled through that they were handing out. This is a whole nother process that they have to submit to and then distribute the funds. So that's why it's taking longer to be able to do this. But right now, 30 plus states, so it should be 31 at this point, since I just found out that Ohio is on board for that. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this payroll tax credit. Okay, this payroll tax deferral. It is not free. And so businesses are not on board with this. So as you know, as small business owners, those of you that have employees, nobody wants to be left with an additional tax burden. This is not free tax, eliminate tax, suspend, cancel tax. What he signed was a deferral that said, okay, right now, you don't have to pay the payroll tax. It will be deferred to 2021. And then if he gets reelected, he would then decide to forgive it. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be burdened with extra taxes at the end of the year or on next year and then be held responsible for that. Because the thing is that the president does not have the authority to just administer pay cuts. That's why it's a tax deferral. You know, similar to like your student loans is deferred. It doesn't mean it's canceled. It just means right now your payments are deferred to a few months down the road instead of you having to pay it right now. So for those of you who didn't know, or you thought that it was going to be, great tax credit, tax cut, it is not. It's a payroll tax deferral, and it's basically dead in the water because businesses are not on board with this, because it's not a tax. It's not a cut. Okay, it's not canceled, and nobody wants to be burdened later on with having to deal with that. So that is the stimulus update. What's going on with the stimulus package? Again, we have to keep pressure on our leaders to do what's right. They're coming back, like I said, the Senate on September the 8th. We still do have our Twitter campaign. So if you have not joined us for our Twitter campaign, the information is in the description. You are going to tweet one sentence. Hey, we want our $10,000 EIDL grant, exclamation point, hashtag EIDL, hashtag EIDL. And then you are going to tag the Senate leaders and your Senate, the Senate representatives in your state. You're going to tag them. You're going to tag Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, and a few others that are also listed in the description. So I would encourage you to do that, to join in and tweet. I would encourage you to also get on the phone. I've been on the phone. I've escalated issues to my House representative and my Senate representative. Call them, email them, do what you have to do. Call them every day and let them know how you've been impacted as a business owner, how you're suffering as a business owner. If you lost employees, if you lost clients, if you lost revenue, if you had to close your doors, all of us have been impacted in one way or another, and they need to know about it. They need to know that our voices matter and our votes matter. So, these seats are coming up in November. And so it is upon us to hold them accountable. It's like, okay, you want me to vote for you, but what are you doing for entrepreneurs and small business? And especially minority and women. because we've been left out of so much of the funding that was even made available at the federal level. So much money went to the companies that are already making millions and billions of dollars. And then it was just reported that that there's like $1 billion. $1 billion. That could have been our $10,000 grant. That went to, Lord knows where it went to. It didn't go to the right people. You know, because there's been a lot of fraud out there. Not only that, there's been not a lot, I don't think, internal controls where they released all this money, but it didn't go to the right place. So it went to the abyss or into some hole or to fake accounts, fake businesses. It's crazy. $1 billion that could have went to the small business owners that needed it, that unfortunately, because they didn't get their money, they had to close their doors. So that's why I am here, so we can do whatever we can to make sure that we keep our doors open, that we stay open, that we can rise and thrive even in the midst of a pandemic. So while we're waiting on them to get it together, the stimulus together, and waiting for them to roll out this unemployment benefit of the extra $300, PPP and IDOL are really on hold, but you can still apply for the IDOL loan. You just can't get the IDOL grant until they refund the program. Even those who applied, we are still waiting. They have to refund the program for you to get your money. Okay, they have to pass the stimulus to for us to get more PPP money. Even though there's still $130 billion left until they pass it. It's just sitting there. There's nothing that we can do about it until they pass the stimulus package. What I do want you to know is while we're still fighting for that, that doesn't mean there's nothing else that you can do. Do that, right? You're going to fight for that, and you're going to call your representatives, and you're going to email them, and you're going to tweet. But you're also, I highly recommend that you apply for the grants that are available to you. We have a grant tracker. Most of you all know about it. If this is your first time tuning in, we have a grant tracker on our website that we update every week with the latest grant opportunities out there. So there's all types of grants, for all types of business, nonprofit, for-profit. If you just started your business, or you've been in business for a while, there are all types of grants. Most are monetary, but I have shared some where they're giving away free computers. Even if you, for yourself, there are the rent relief programs. So for those of you that need help with rent, or those of you that may be lower income, you have a family, you need computers, check your city, your county, and your state. And the organizations that are in your local area, because there's a lot of money that they're giving away. I mean, we've gotten more money. I know some of you all can attest to this, like I can. I got more money applying for grants than I got from I didn't get any from any federal relief programs, because I'm still waiting on my money. So you have to be intentional about going after your money, securing the bag, okay? And so I want you to know, get ready for this weekend to apply. The weekends are great. You know, you off of work, most of you all, you can take time, block off some time to go through the grant tracker, go through those grants that are on there, because there are a few that the deadline is Monday. So you don't want to miss the deadline for these. And Facebook is one of them. They only have a short window. Like, I think Facebook opened up earlier this week or over the weekend, a few days ago. And then on Monday it's closed. And so the Facebook grants are for Black-owned businesses, and they're giving away grants, $4,000 grants to 10,000 businesses across the U.S. So you don't want to miss out on those types of opportunities, because they're not going to be around. They're open for a period of time. They close it, the application period, and you have to get it in before that deadline. So I know the deadline is Monday. The Javia grant, I've shared that also on the channel. That is a $50,000 grant. That one the deadline is Monday as well. The deadline is Monday, and there's a few others. The deadline is Monday. So get on those, check the eligibility, make sure that you meet the requirements and apply. So I know a lot of you all ask me, well, what are the requirements? Every grant will tell you clearly what is required to apply. It will tell you if you have to be in business a year or 2 year, or if it's for a startup. It will tell you if it's for profit or nonprofit or both. It will tell you if it's for all small businesses, if you have to be in the US or UK or Canada. It will tell you all of that information. It's just on you to read through the requirements and make sure that you're eligible, then apply. Okay. And so there's a list of grants in that clickable links in this description as well. Some of you all have a hard time finding it. It's in the description. So if you click on the video, like where you see, before you see the comments, there's a little drop down and you can see all the information that is in the description, all the extra links like to our website, things that we have going on, how to connect with us, the Twitter information, the Twitter campaign, the petitions we have. So all of that you can find in the descriptions clearly in our video, or you could just go to our website at www.shebosstalk.com and click on the grant tracker tab. So a lot of you all have been visiting that, and it's fantastic. We love sharing that information with you. We'll be making more updates over the weekend. For those of you all who are in Delaware, I mean, these state grants have huge grant programs. If you're not taking advantage of the grants in your state, Delaware is coming out with one, I believe the first week in September. It's $100 million grant program. This is the state of Delaware, and the grants are up to $100,000. Who can't use $100,000? Okay. Even if it's $5,000, $10,000, what would that mean for your business? What could you do with that money? What would you do with that money? And I ask you because they're going to ask you. Just about every grant that you apply for is going to ask you that question. Because, inquiring minds want to know, know what you have planned for the money that you're going after, and believe that you can get it. But ladies and gentlemen, the deadlines are approaching. Get to it this weekend. Apply for those grants. I didn't want to take up your time. I just wanted to come in here quickly and make sure I'm giving you all these updates. Make sure that you're going after your money, and then also that you're sharing this information with all of your peers that are out there that are really challenged, that's suffering. And those that have applied for PPP and IDOL are still in the process. We have information on our channel to help you through that. If you've been denied, your IDOL loan, you can get approved. I was approved. So know that there are ways to appeal. If you're on unemployment, or you're still waiting, or you got denied, or something happened, there are people that are out here, advocates, to help you. There are groups that are dedicated to that, to help through the process as well. So I would encourage you to stay connected. You're our She Boss Talk family. So we're in this together. We have to lock arms and unite and just help each other out during this time, and make sure that we all win in this season. Yes, it's a challenging season, but there, as some of the men and women on this thread, the opportunities that come, great opportunities come in the midst of a crisis. If you look for them, you will find them, and then take advantage of them. Because if you don't, somebody else will. If you don't go after the money, if you don't apply, there's no way you can get anything. So it's upon you to apply, and then you have a chance to win something. So I will be working on the grant. I asked you all in the last video if you would like a grant checklist to help you apply for and win grants. So I'll be working on that over the weekend, and I will announce when that is ready, and then make sure that is available to you, because I think that that's going to be important. So okay, this is what I need to have. This is what I need to pay attention to. So I'll be working on that, and hopefully maybe I'll get it done over the weekend and I'll have it by Monday. I'll try to do it. I have a very busy schedule. But if there's anything else, any other resources that you think about that you would like us to provide, put it in the comments, and then I will consider it, take it back to the team, because I have a lot of content, and we're going to be putting a lot more digital products together for all of you all, not just grants, but other digital products that are really going to help you thrive in your businesses. It's really going to help you thrive, but the priority is getting the money. So let me know when you do apply, what grants you're applying for. Come back and comment. Let me know. Let me know about the grants and the funding that you've won or that you win after this video. I always love hearing the testimonials. I love to give you the shout outs, and other people that are commenting love to give you the shout outs as well and congratulate you on taking action for your business. Before I close out, one other thing, because I am very protective of my tribe, of my family that is on here. People, there are spammers, bots, I don't know what they are, that comment on my videos, okay? It's not just my video, but they will tell you false information about how you can get money in a day or 2 days and this and that, and they promising you things that they cannot promise you, they cannot do. So do not give them your information. Please, I see them and I try to delete them as much as I can, but sometimes I don't catch them. But people will comment on the thread and try to get your money. They're fraudulent people. They are not in any way connected to me. And don't give them your information. Don't give them your money. Those people that are in the comments doing that. Okay. So just protect your best interest. And I say this is because millions of people get scammed all the time, every year, out of billions of dollars. So to the scammers out there, I'm not the one for that. So don't come to my channel. You will be blocked because we're all about integrity. If you're not here to help the other people that are here, then you need not to be on this channel, because I will block you and I will report you. Okay. But everyone else, I love you guys. All right. You all have a wonderful Friday. You all enjoy your weekend. And again, go after that money. Stay safe and in good health. And I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.